Happy Friday. Well, you can just believe that these people just get nastier, excuse me, got hiccups, nastier and nastier as they go. You know, when somebody uh, goes through sexual assault, the first thing that they do, right, is they pull up, especially women, they pull up to a man that they don't know, half naked. Jeez Louise, what are these people doing? What's up there, Andrea? North Carolina. Apple Creek. Hey, sweetheart. Tony. Leave Wait, what's up, brother? I don't know if any of y'all seen this, but I mean, this just looks crazy to me. Why didn't it present it? There we go. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. I mean, that's, you pull up to somebody you don't know. I mean, Jesus Christ. Does that look like a sexual assault victim to you? Mm. What's up, Deerfield? Catch you up. Well, supposedly this girl was drugged and everything else by somebody. Didn't make a police report. I mean, daggone, these hiccups is whooping me. And they run to somebody that's known for prostituting women. Let's just call it for what it is. Daggum, I hope these hiccups don't bother y'all. But I find that hard to believe. The first thing you do instead of making a police report is call just in time. And what are they going to do? They're going to monetize it. They're going to sell it to y'all tonight. That's their first thought in their head. Let's monetize sexual assault. Sounds legit, don't it? Mm-mm. That's what I thought too. Who knows? But who knows, right? But the fact that they're trying to monetize it and make money off of it, that blows my mind, man. Who does that? It won't be long. OF will be opening back up shop over here because they're locked in, is what her thing said. Pretty girl, ain't no doubt about it. Jesus Christ, her mouth really do be busy. Oh man, I ain't seen nothing like that. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it too, just doing. And I hate to degrade a woman, I really do, right? But I mean, Jesus Christ, man. And y'all wonder why people look at us and go, "What the fuck is wrong with them country folks? They a bunch of idiots." Yeah, John, that's the part about not making a police report, right? But you want everybody to know about it. So you're going to go on the internet with just in time. You're going to a house with 3 drunk idiots in it. Ain't that right, smart mouth? I know that. But it's just sliming that they're willing to go to this damn level to try to make money. Will none of these fuckers have a job or what? They can't make an honest living? That they're gonna make a mockery out of sexual assaults, what they're doing. And I promise you, they'll have their little, super chat thing up and they'll have commercials running as long as they can. And it's just sad. Would Deerfield go fishing, buddy? Go catch them all. Yeah, John. Yeah. And I'm hoping that he does. Because look, let's face it. A woman of this age right here, if she's going to get online and tell everybody that she was sexually assaulted, she's not scared to go to the police. I'll tell you that. And that should have been the first place that she went. But nah, she going to go to somebody who's been accused of sexual assault herself in North Carolina. It was funny. Everybody tried to take up for him and say, "Oh no, that wasn't him." Well, by God, yes, it is. That's he's lived there before. He knows what he's done. And who dresses like that, right? You've been sexually assaulted. You would think you would try to cover your body up. And I may be wrong, man, but it just is not a good look at all. Not a good look at all. Mm, most definitely, John. And let me tell you, I feel bad for Hosier, right? Just because there's some slow burn people that will believe this shit. And all it takes is to change the public opinion about you any at all. And they've accomplished what they're trying to do. I don't know about y'all, but that shit, that girl be her ass in trouble. I don't know why people start trying to call me when I go live. I hate that. Quick way to get blocked. Yeah, most definitely. No, he's seeing opportunity, baby. He's seeing an opportunity to make money. That's what he sees. You think he cares about anybody that's been sexually assaulted? Hell no. A dude looking for the gravy train. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, I'm here. What's up? Yeah, and that's what I said to who knows. She's just looking for a way in and talking about locked in. Mm, yeah, you locked in, all right. You locked in. You had them boys running around picking up beer bottles and cleaning up. Hey, so and so's on the way. Y'all pick that shit up so it don't look so messy in here. Cleaning the house while it rains. That's what's up. Oh yeah, no drama. Hey, but just the point that they're doing this right here, because let me tell you, if somebody gets sexually assaulted, the last thing you want to do is try to monetize it and put it on YouTube for your own financial gain. But when you're dealing with a bunch of lowlifes, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. It's sad, man, because this shit happens to women a lot, right? And the last thing that they do is run, go put it on the internet. That's a Johnny Gobble move. But then again, they're over there trying to monetize Johnny Gobble too. Don't get no lower than that. Poor old Chop. Chop's throwing his chances away. See, he thinks he's winning right now, right? But I'm telling you right now, in another year and a half, people won't even fuck with them people at all. See, and I hate to see it, but the monetizing the damn sexual assault shit. Oh, I know it. I already know it, Apple Creek. I watched too. I seen what was going on. I seen who was connected to who. Let me tell you something. Ryan don't speak without having some kind of truth behind it. And they're so fucking stupid that they're going to go ahead and go through with it anyway because they're looking for money today. It is. It is, Arrow. It is. You know what I hate about it the most? These people are trying to portray themselves like they're like us. And it pisses me off. It really does. Because this is not country folks. I promise you it's not. Y'all know better than that. But you watch and see tonight. they'll be monetizing this shit. What's up, Copper Top? Good to see you, sir. And the fact that they're willing to monetize sexual assault is just says how low and how fucked up you are. The fact that she's posting this on Instagram, that looks like somebody's been sexually assaulted. And like I say, I may be wrong, but man, what about all the people that has been sexually assaulted? You're making a mockery out of them for a little bit of attention online. And it's not going to be the attention that you're looking for. Ha! Robert. Yeah, it's about the size of it, man. That's about the size of it. Hey, and they think they're doing something. They think that they're accomplishing something. And they are. They are, in a way. They're accomplishing looking like a fucking idiot. Ernie. Oh no. Yep, John. Exactly. Exactly. And see, look, and here's the thing is how many people have they done this shit to? Oh, well, Chop's famous now. You know, she's going to have to get over that. She's just going to have to put up with him taking pictures with half naked women. My wife would slap the shit out of me. But I guarantee you by the time the week's over with, her and JT will be a couple. Watch and see what I'm telling you. Mm, it was. It was Info Warriors. Look, check this out, right? The boy's fucking old lady got up there and told everybody what he was and what he was about. There's no way in hell somebody's just been sexually assaulted go and run over and arms that dude looking for protection. Hell, he's trying to set a channel up for her right now to monetize. Like I say, there's a OF in the works. Yeah, no drama. That shit's weird to me, man. It really is. Say she's almost naked, slayback. Yeah, that's what I say. But that's what sexual assault victims do. What's up, buddy? My little grandson just walked in the room. Yeah, I don't get it, man. But watch and see. They're going to show you just how low they're willing to go. Mm. Look, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They just didn't realize who they were up against when they started fucking with him. Because, see, we all know Ryan going to sit back and he going to get to the bottom of it. Yep. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, yeah, he'll be pimping her out before it's over with. And then, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months' time, she'll be saying the same thing about Justin. Jesus Christ, man. Mm-mm. You think that's what it is, right? She ain't got no self-esteem. Huh. Ain't no telling, Slayback. Rookie. I could see that, right? Imagine having them old slop drunk dudes slobbering all over you. Ugh. You walk in there, they got piss bottles all in the fucking bedrooms and shit. You know they. Have you ever seen all three of those guys on one camera together? Boy, them comments sometimes, boy. Two things in my life I ain't never seen is a UFO and a hoe that won't go. Ain't that the truth? Oh, no. Come on, Robert. You know better than that. That's got that Diddy oil all on her. She a pretty girl. She ain't got to do all that, man. But you know them crazy. Some of them chicks are crazy, and not just chicks. There's some cool, some crazy ass dudes too. But you get a good crazy chick, they ain't no telling what she's liable to say. And anybody that's been falsely accused of that shit, you know, because you go slap on the defense. You think your whole life gonna be ruined over a woman saying that. And 15, 20 years ago, when a woman said that, your ass was in jail. And that's why I don't believe it. That's exactly why I don't believe that shit. And it's a shame because that shit happens to women all the time, man. And then when they go and tell, they don't get believed because of people like that right there. When you get sexually assaulted, the first thing you do is call the police. And then when she went to the hospital, you think that crazy bitch ain't said what happened to her at the hospital and them doctors ain't heard that? No, just like I said yesterday. You don't go run to somebody's house that you don't know, a strange man you ain't never met before, except for on the internet, half naked. She's trying to be appealing to them dudes. That's what that says. That is not somebody who just, in my opinion now, that's not somebody who just got sexually assaulted. I just find that very, very hard to believe. You would think that they would cover up and clothes on. They wouldn't go to strangers' house. I mean, 3 grown men, alcoholics, live in one house together. What do you think's going to happen over there? Huh? You got one look like Freddy Krueger. He ain't been laid ever in his life. He'd be the one peeping through the bathroom door. Nah, it just don't look good though, Kay. You know what I mean? That don't look good. When you I don't see it. Yeah, I heard that too, Runt, that she was sending naked pictures, which I don't know that to be true. I just heard that. Somebody said it yesterday in chat, and you know how that shit goes. People will say anything. But if that's the case, I mean, I'm not reading that one out loud. Oh, man. Seemed like one of them crazy ass women. Mm. Yeah, info warriors. Look, anybody that pimped their own baby mama out, what she think he gonna do to her? She stays around there for a week and they'll be on OF. Yeah, copper top. That's exactly. See, and that's why they had to split him up from Hick, because Hick wasn't letting him do that. Slut me out is my favorite. Mm. What do y'all think gonna happen to that chick? She gonna get knocked around. She gonna be forced to do shit that she thinks she's okay with right now, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, but if they don't come forward, they're not coming forward to the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's the part why I don't believe that. You're gonna go tell everybody on the internet, but you're not gonna nah. He he would be in jail right now if that happened. Just like they were saying yesterday. You ain't going to the hospital and getting treated for that. And then the police not getting involved. It just don't work that way. It's like a gunshot victim. When somebody comes in and's been shot by a gun, they don't have to call the cops. The hospital going to do it for them. They're going to figure out what's going on. What's up, Ken? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hosier said that on. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't watch Hozier a lot, but I mean, the dude's a musician and he's got some kind of fame. He doesn't have to go around taking it from nobody. You know what I mean? There's plenty of women that would hook up with him just because of who he is. Y'all know that. Y'all ain't dumb. Mm. Yeah, right. And you know, and I'm not saying that nobody didn't put nothing in the girl's drink. She could have put it in there herself. She could have bumped into somebody, you know what I mean, and got hooked up. I mean, y'all know how that thing is. We all adults. We done been to the bar. I done seen the shit get passed around. So yeah, I don't believe it for a minute. That picture says "catch me, fuck me" is what that picture says. That girl just most women just don't dress like that going to see strangers that they don't know. She's revealing her body for a reason. She's using it as a billboard. And to me, women that do that, something ain't right with them. Yeah, me either, Robert. I mean, I don't know the dude, but I just going somewhere where you don't know somebody. You never met these people before nowhere but on the internet. And your first impression is going to be to wear something that you're revealing your, you know what I mean? Leaving nothing left to the imagination. Info warriors. Say they're going to have that Valtrax on fucking deck. They're going to have a medicine cabinet posted. Who does that shit anyway? Goes in somebody's house and takes pictures of their fucking medicine cabinet. Only reason you do that is because you're thinking about trying to hit. He was trying to make sure before he pressed Gator about that shit. I'm telling you, I honestly think that that's what happened with dipshit's old lady. Is he forced her to do it? That's why she said what she said that day. I mean, it ain't very hard to read between the lines when somebody says something. No drama. Yeah, I get you. You think that's what it is? Think she just got too fucked up. I think it's awful sad though that they're gonna monetize this shit. I mean, what is stepping over the line or what you're willing to agree with? Either way, this isn't a public matter. That something like to be held in court if it really happened. Not trying to make money off of it. Are you that fucking desperate? I mean, if you get a fucking 9 to 5, you know, or you ain't got to worry about all that. But just the way that they move, you know, and the shit that they do. Mm, probably, Kurt. Probably. But you can look at that chick and tell she's all skin and bones. That's a shame, man. The monetizing it, those kind still kind of blows my mind. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Y'all motherfuckers crazy in the chat. It's hard to read that chat and fucking keep up with what you're trying to talk about, I swear. So, what are they going to do? She's just going to come right out in front of everybody and God and all, which I mean, I'm sure she already has, but is that what their show is going to be? She's going to play a step by step of what did or didn't happen. See, if I was Hosier, I would go get the copy of the video at the bar. Because you know good and well, like I said yesterday, they got cameras up there. That will tell all. Ain't nobody, won't leave no words to be fit in there. She looks like she's bruised up too, right? I don't see no bruises from no chest compressions. Do you? I mean, You ain't got to look very far. Don't tell B. Millie that. B. Millie be mad, boy. He'll be over there trying to wear her panties. The interview with Hosier said it all, especially the call at the end. Well, what about announcing? I ain't seen that, but what about announcing that she's putting a song out on that fucking album? Hey, where is the interview? Over on Hosier's channel? Does he have it up, or you had the interview, Kurt? You care if I play it? That's kind of what I thought too, Nada. That's kind of what I thought too. I can play it? Okay, cool. Let me go to Kurt's thing. Because I haven't seen the interview. What the hell? Why? I couldn't say, why in the hell is it doing that? Y'all give me just a second. The part about her fucking being on Justin's album too after that. Just damn, Kurt, you getting some subs, boy. Almost 18,000. What's up? What's the name? Hey, what was the name of the interview, Kurt? Hey, what was the name of the interview, Kurt? It's your last live. Okay.
They're like, hey, you the one who do that country shit. I tell them I'm the reason rappers out here buying farms and shit. Didn't see no gangsters flex from John Deere. Before I got too fast, got my shit kicked this the game. They say the gang got levels, but they ain't.
Associated Press, those who were arrested came from Kentucky and several other states, including Michigan, Missouri.
Give me an opportunity, right?
Yep.
We're doing reviewing.
Was there a reason? Did she ever even say, hey, this is why I decided to give you a chance? Did you ever get to that conversation?
She just said she wasn't ready and this and that, and like it never was like a real answer of like why. But I definitely tried like a bunch, because I mean I thought she was really beautiful, and I thought she was a cool chick. She seemed like a cool chick from the outside looking in, and then like once we got around, and she was cool. Everything was cool, man. That's why I'm saying I don't know if you want me to start and just go into it.
Yeah, so well, I just want, because that's in for me, because like I looked at it as like, because I watched your story going way before this happened. I'm watching you kind of at first you weren't even
Nitro,
show
real
anybody
bad
who this
things.
chick was, and you're
What's
like,
up,
you know
British
what? Let
Bulldog?
me live a normal life, right?
I didn't want to be public with it, man. Like she wanted me to, she pushed me to do it public. I didn't want to. I told her, I was like, listen, I really don't want to be public with this. I don't have too much privacy with things, and I would kind of like to have something that I can like cherish and hold on to that other people doesn't get like to be involved in. Right. And it's just like pushed to do it, and then fucking it just unfolded the
So
way that it
okay, so
unfolded.
let's start from right there. So it started at you've been trying to get a hold or reach out and hang out and kick it something with this female for over a year.
Hey, Kurt, let me say I'm just glad that you're the one that did this interview because you always do seem to answer or ask the right questions and shit. So this girl pushed for him to make an announcement, like connecting herself to him. That's what she was after.
Then out of the blue, she was like, "Hey, what's up?" Then you
Yeah,
basically pampered her. I watched her stories. You took her out, did the things with her, were being a
yep,
gentleman and
Yeah,
wanted to
leeway
keep it
facts for sure.
private, right? Now,
yep.
and I noticed this is what I did peep.
Yeah,
Is
just doing.
once you went public with her, shit really changed, bro. So let's start from there. Once you decided to post the picture of you with your arm around her, because I think that was the first one you posted, right?
Think so. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yep.
let's start from there. How did things go? Were you already planning a trip with her? Because I know you had that show coming up in Mississippi. So was this something I know you were already doing it? Did she just kind of
Yeah, yeah,
fall
yeah.
into
So this was
place?
already this. It just fell into place because I already had the show planned. I'd asked her if she wanted to go with me, and she's like, "Yeah." She's never really been nowhere all like that, and I was like, "Well, hell, you want to go?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "Fuck it, let's roll." So how it
Okay.
happened, like, we get rolling or whatever, and the couple of days prior. So like when I got with her, I didn't know a lot of this other shit that I'm going to be telling you throughout this thing, but when it first all happened, the first couple of days that went by, I noticed she kept wanting to like go home before she came over, and I was like, At first, I didn't think nothing of it. She came over, and I smelled alcohol on her breath. Very first night we hung out, she was already like drunk, but I just thought maybe she was, what I mean, she had her friend with her. Whenever I met with her at my tattoo
Maybe a little
shop,
shy. Maybe a little shy.
I just
Yep.
thought that's what I thought. I was like, maybe they're just drinking a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of, break the ice or whatever. And she had a friend with her, and we went, hung out, and then like it was kind of nerve wracking because I don't drink like that no more. And like I was around them, they were drinking. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to just drink some a little bit with them. So I got to drinking with them, had some fun. We came back here. Her friend brought her kids with them. We all stayed the night here at my house. And then like we started hanging out and things kind of started going fast. And I had said something about it was kind of rushing. And she was like, "No, it's not being rushed. Like this is obviously meant to happen this way," and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't had the best luck in relationships. So I was like kind of trying to be very cautious with this situation. And
Right.
plus, like, I liked her, and, I've been trying for a long time, and she'd always swerved me. So that kind of made me like her even more because like I'm not used to that usually happening.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
resisting,
"Dang, this is,"
resisting, right. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
made me like her more. So
Yeah.
like once we started hanging out, I was like, damn, this is really dope. She was super cool. But like I said, she first started coming over, I smelled the alcohol, right? The next day, she said the same thing again. She needed to go home.
Red
And I was
Reaper,
like,
what's up?
she came over, I smelled the alcohol again. That's when I was like, okay, obviously she goes to work from in the morning until like 3 in the afternoon. She's got some kind of drinking problem, obviously, because she's having to go home right away and get something to, clear the edge with her or something.
Pause for a
So like
second. So hold on. So do
yeah,
you mean to tell me like the first interaction that you guys had where you stayed the night, she brought her kids?
her friend ended up bringing her kids over here and staying the night.
So they were comfortable enough knowing you from what they've met to bring their children into your home.
Well, I had actually known her friend. I've known her friend for a long time. Like I actually messed around with her friend like years ago.
Okay.
And so that she already knew who I was. So they came over here and hung out and shit and stayed the night. Everything was cool. Like I said, days
That's
went
why I
on.
say he ain't
Started
got to
coming over.
take
I
nothing
started
from
smelling the
nobody.
alcohol. I was
Right.
like, damn. Well, I started noticing that I didn't say nothing for like a while. And I started noticing she was like drinking a little bit here and there, and then at nighttime she'd start drinking like hard liquor. Well, I ended up saying something to her about it finally. I think it was about a week or so, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I kind of like was passive aggressive about it. And like when I said that, I could tell like things changed. I could tell that like her vibe with me changed. And the day of us actually leaving, I was talking to her on the phone, and like after we hung up, I was like, something don't seem right. So I text her, and I actually put this on my story. Like I had said something to her, like, is everything like all right? Like something
Yeah, she
seem
said
like you're
I'm
upset.
good.
Like,
I seen that. Yeah, I seen
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I was like, all
Now
right,
this
you know what I
happened
mean?
after you. Now this happened after you questioned how much she like. Is she drinking in front of you? Like, is she cracking open
yeah,
Trulies and just drinking? She's just drinking, ain't hiding shit, just drinking. Right? Okay. All right.
yeah.
So you
And
mention it, and then she starts acting different, if you would.
yeah, like the vibe was
Okay.
just like different. I could just tell that, like, I don't know, like I could just tell it was different. And then like the day of us getting ready to leave, I said that to her because I could just tell like something's off. And she was just like, no, everything's okay. And I was like, all right. Well, we go to leave, and
Sounds like that when Hosier questioned her about the alcohol, she knew that he wasn't going to be okay with it. She was just hoping he would just start partying with her. That's what she was hoping. That's what she was expecting anyway.
one of my guys that's in the club had told me that he's like, hey, we were gonna go to the show. He was like, let's meet up in Nashville and we can just head out there
What's up,
together.
Tyler?
So I say something to her. I'm like, hey, my guys are wanting me to meet up with them.
No, not at
You want
all.
to do that?
Straight
Blah
shooter.
blah. And she's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, let's do that. Well, as we get down, I was like, if you want to, we can just stay down in Nashville, and I'll show you around. You've never been there before, right? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, dope. I'll take you and show you around. This place is cool as fuck. It's fun. So
Yeah,
we
Now, a
get
lot of
down
people in
there.
the chat,
Yeah,
hold on,
something's
because
up.
this is an important question. A lot of people in the chat are going, why would Hosier take this chick to Nashville knowing what Ryan has said about Nashville? I'll let you answer that, but I think there's a little bit of comfortability with Hosier in Nashville, especially knowing that that is Ryan's area. So if shit were to happen, he's got some people in the area that he could, hey, yo, shit's going on.
It was just,
But
I just knew that I knew we were good. You know what I mean? Like I knew she'd be by
yeah,
my side. I'm not going to let nothing happen to her. You know what I mean? Like I knew we were good. Like I've been to Nashville a million times. Nothing's ever happened like this before. I didn't think that this was ever going to happen. Obviously, I never would have done this.
right.
So we ended up getting there, take showers, jump in the Uber, head to Broadway. We get to the first bar, Tootsie's. I'm like, hey, this alley back here is like a legendary alley. Let's take a picture. Which we take this picture. I'm going to show you this. We take this
If you
first
send it
picture
me,
to
if you
get.
send it to me, I could put it on the screen so if people want to see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Will it show the timestamp stuff? Because that's what I'm wanting to get at.
If you send me if it's got like if you just you know what I mean, if you could send that, I don't know. I can maybe click on it and see what it says. It might. I've never even gone that far into. I don't know. Maybe
Okay,
it
cool.
will.
Actually, I got it. It's cool.
Okay.
It's crazy, man. Nobody deserves this.
Yeah, I appreciate you kind of coming out and telling your story because a lot of people
Yeah.
are trying to tell your story for you, and that ain't cool.
Yeah, and I was gonna go live, man, for my actual just do it for my actual channel. But I felt like people would have been like, "Oh, well, you're gonna dodge questions or this or that." So like, I had several people reach out to me and like want to interview me and this and that, and I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do it myself." And I had talked to Ryan about it, and he'd even said it like, "Hey, man, you need to let somebody interview you and do it." And I was like, "All right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do." So I'm gonna show you this first thing. Did you get it yet?
Yeah, I'm sending it to my email so I can. But it doesn't
Hey,
show a
Lisa.
timestamp. That it doesn't show. So you'll have to.
It should
And
show
you
it.
can
It should.
definitely tell it's Nashville.
You
That's what's
should be able
up,
to see
homie.
it. It's
I
in the
wish I was there
screenshot.
with you eating them. For
It's
sure.
the very
Okay.
top of
Let
the
me see.
picture.
Let me see then. Yeah, I didn't open it all the way. Let's see outbox. Okay, there we go.
You see it?
Yeah, not it is, man,
No.
because like
It,
when you have to
no.
when you get
It
to a
just
certain
shows.
Okay, give
level,
me
you
one.
have to
Like,
document everything all the time
Hold on.
just
Let me
for
try this one
protection.
more
It
time.
that becomes sad, right? That's an invasion
Here
of
we
your
go.
privacy. A piece of you dies when you do that, when you have to do that.
All right. There we go. Yes. Yeah. And it even
Does it
shows
show
your
it?
location, bro. Yeah. And it shows where you were by. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me. Yo, that's dope. Come on.
Yeah, no, he's ready for him.
So the
I
picture that
didn't
I'm
know.
gonna show is
You're
this
exactly
is
right.
in the alley. I take it.
This is in the alley of Tootsie's. I had told her that I was like, hey, let's go back and take a picture. This is like a legendary alley. This is before we even went in to any bar.
Okay. All right, keep with your story and I'll pop it up. So you guys take this picture.
So we take this
You've
picture.
already checked into your Uber or your Airbnb. You're off
Hotel.
to see
Hotel.
Nashville. A hotel. Okay. You took showers, did your thing. You're off to see Nashville. Now you guys are out. This is the 22nd, if I'm remembering correctly.
Let
Thursday.
me see what
So
that
that would have
said.
been what? Thursday.
Whatever day that was, I'm not.
I think
I'm not
maybe the
sure.
21st. I think that's the 21st. Let me look on the calendar just so we're.
Yeah,
Because
really
today's the
spoiled off.
28th, so that would have been the 22nd. Yes, Thursday.
Yeah, no, they've
22nd,
been
May
trying to
22nd.
separate him
So
from
this is
anybody
the
and
night
everybody
she
that they
makes
can. I said that right off
the
the rip.
post about you,
That's
right? So this
you could
is
see it.
No,
They're
beginning of
working the
no,
plan.
no. Okay.
no. This is not the night she makes the post. This is the night that we get to Nashville. Thursday night.
Okay.
This is the night that we first get into Nashville. We first get there.
Okay.
So we get there. Back to this picture. We go
These
inside
boys have
Tootsie's.
outed their
I
own
order.
career. They don't
We
even
both
realize
end
it.
up drinking
They
two
going to
double
though.
shots of tequila. Right.
Right.
After that's taken, I was like, "Hey, you want to go on to the next place?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Let's go to Kid Rock's bar. That's a super cool ass place." So then I'm gonna show you this next timestamp of this next picture. I'm gonna show you. It's a video, and this video that I'm gonna show you. Let me take the screenshot.
Now this is like, okay, so you guys are on the way to your show in Mississippi, and you're just taking a little side bump, hanging out in
Yeah,
Nashville,
doing
spending a
Walmart.
few
That's
nights.
exactly
Was it
what they're
set on
doing.
how
Yeah,
long
she
you
had
guys were
never.
staying?
But no, we were just staying the night there because she had never seen that before, and she wanted to go see it. So I was like, "Let's roll. Let's go check it out."
All right.
So this next thing I'll show you. Give me 1 second. All right, so
I'm about to
we
pop the
get to the
picture
we
up.
get.
Hey,
Here's the
Don't do it.
picture.
Don't
So
pop the
everybody.
picture up
Oh,
yet. Let me.
okay.
Not
Okay.
the next one. The next one is don't pop the next one up yet.
hey, let me ask y'all something. So when one of these guys that's been verified takes a story or screenshot or sends you a message or what have you, when their name pops up in your message part, it's got the blue check by it, right? Correct.
So
Okay, this is the original one that you were talking about, though. This shows Thursday at 11:42 p.m. In the
check that
Ryan
time. The time is the most important thing of this.
11:42.
I believe it does. Hey,
All right.
Casey.
So we go to Kid Rock's bar after
Yeah, I
that.
thought it did, Leeway.
The next one that you'll see is at 12:14.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now,
You can go ahead and show that one.
the receipts that I've seen so far that they're trying to portray as true does not have Hosier's name with a check mark beside it. I will say that.
Okay, let me get it up.
We had already had, when we get up there, we order another double shot of tequila.
Okay, so we're talking.
I'm sitting
30 minutes.
there 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, and this is the next one. I gotta upload it to the StreamYard. Hold on. So you guys are now at Kid Rock's bar. So, and I've been there, so I understand Tootsie's to Kid Rock's bar it's not far. Like you're
2
walking
blocks.
down once. Yeah, the hardest part is navigating through the crowds of people. But it is a Thursday, so there probably wasn't many people out there, correct?
Not like it usually is, you know what I mean?
Here's Kid Rock's. 12:14.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available for both PC and
Commercial.
mobile with Google Play.
Pictures on the screen. You see it. There, you guys are on the second floor looking over, just chilling.
Correct.
I ain't even see Taurus slip
Now,
in.
so it goes
I
from
see
we're
your
taking
name
a
in the
picture,
chat.
let's
What's
go
up,
get a
Taurus?
couple drinks. So at this point, you guys ain't even drank at all, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
right.
No, we had
A
took
little
2
bit,
double
maybe.
shots of tequila at Tootsie's.
Okay.
And now at this point, now we're at Kid Rock's bar. We had just ordered another double shot of tequila. That's
And
all we
she's already
drank.
been
Yeah,
drinking.
John, for
Has
sure.
she been drinking at all? Or
My
is it
thing
just you
is,
guys ain't
She
drink
had
at all
drank
yet?
before. She had drank before.
my thing is they're going to try to post messages between Hosier and her. But the ones that I seen that they had posted didn't have that check mark by his name. So I didn't know if, I just assumed they were fake. But I mean, that's why I asked that. When you send somebody a message on Instagram, it's got the blue check mark by your name if you're a verified account.
we left, and she had done some other shit as well.
Okay. Could the other
So you
shit
ready?
be something to help her drink more, maybe?
That and some pills as well.
Okay.
So
Okay. So she's sauced up at this point. She's feeling it. If you got that, you got some
yes,
She
liquor in
ready
you,
to
you've been
party.
drinking a little bit, you vacuuming up the
yes,
table. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
yes. All right, so I'm sitting there for a good while. All of a or before I say that, I'm sitting there. She said she's gonna use the restroom or something like that, and she like next thing I know, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, the restroom's right there, right? So I can see it. It's right there, invisible eye. I can see everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is taking so long? Like I'm sitting there. I'm like, is she in there pooping or some shit?
Are you
Like,
still on the second story? Are you still on the second
yeah,
story?
yeah,
Now I
yes,
can
yeah,
vouch
yeah.
for you. Right to the right of where you guys are sitting, there's an elevator, there's a staircase, and then the bathrooms are right there. And then there's a bar behind you. So it's
Right,
not
they're
you can
directly behind me. I'm
yeah,
talking
you could throw
directly.
it. Yeah, you could throw a glass and hit the door.
So I'm sitting there for like after I'm sitting there for a while, it's been a long time. I'm starting to realize like, damn, like it's been a long time. Like I need to go over to this bathroom and see what the fuck's going on. So I go
Yeah.
over to the bathroom.
Mm.
She's not. I tell someone, I was like, can you see if there's a girl named Brooke in there? So they like, yeah. So they like look in there. They like, I hear her like saying the name, like nothing. Right. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back and sat down where I was sitting. Right. I sat there.
Oh yeah, Steve, for sure.
Finally, at this time,
He said she was probably pooping. Hey, you never know, bro. When you're doing that type of substance, and if it's any good, it might make you gotta take a dookie.
Yeah, it's because it's got that baby
you know what I'm
laxative in it.
saying?
That's probably what she was going to do, though. Let's be real. If you're going to the bathroom, you're probably using the toilet or the toilet paper holder, if you would. You know what I'm saying? Something's happening.
Something.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
No, you're good. So recap for anybody in the chat. We're at the point Hosier him and Brooke have traveled to Nashville on their way to Mississippi, booked or checked into their hotel. They went to Tootsie's, had two shots, a double or whatever, and they took a picture behind in the alley right behind Tootsie's, and now they're at Kid Rock's hanging out, just enjoying company and having a couple
Yeah,
drinks there.
we were there for a while too. Like
You
we
were
was
like
hanging
his
out for
tourist. You were like you're her tour guide, really. She's never been there.
pretty
You've been
much.
there. Hey, check out iconic Tootsie's. Take a picture back here where a lot of people taking a picture. Let's go to Kid Rock's bar. You probably said, which bar do you want to go to? Jason Aldean's. Oh, let's go to Kid Rock's. So okay, here we
No, I was
Oh
at. I
yeah,
was
them
the one.
cameras are
I was the
everywhere,
one who's
John.
like,
That's
let's
what
go
I
to Kid
said
Rock's bar.
yesterday.
It's like super cool.
it's loud as fuck though. I'll say
But
that.
why would
Can you hear
listen? This
yourself
don't make
sing?
no sense, right?
All right, so
If you're planning on taking somebody on a trip with you, why would you fucking do something? I mean, if your whole plan was to get them out of the state or whatever, secured in a motel room, why would you do it at the beginning of your trip? That don't make no sense either to me. I mean, it sounds like they got a plan together and she bounced. It's fucking wild, man. And she completes the trip with him all the way down to the thing. Somebody sexually assaults with you don't keep going with them. You know what I mean? Especially, yeah, nah.
the next thing you're gonna see is when I finally am like, all right, I'm like leaving. Like I couldn't. I'm trying to like text her. She's not saying anything. Nothing. No, I'm not getting no response from her.
Right. Okay. Now this is a video. I gotta send share.
All right, Nitro, be safe out there.
So this video is what is this? What are we looking
This
at?
is a text message. This is after like I've like been sitting there forever, and I'm just like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Like obviously I knew obviously something's done. She's done wandered or did something with someone because she's not here with me, and I couldn't find her anywhere, and she's not answering my text messages, nothing.
Let's see. So she wasn't in the bathroom. I take it then.
No.
That's kind of that's wild. All right, let me share my screen because I got.
That's what it sounds like, Steve.
Present. Share screen. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. So this is the text message, right?
Yep.
What you sent her. Okay.
Yep.
That was Friday at 1:28. So we're talking not even 2 hours at this point. Like an hour and 45 minutes roughly. From the time you
From
took the picture
start,
behind
from
Tootsie.
start, from start till now.
Wow. So in all that time, that I mean, how many different places were you at? Tootsie's, Kid Rocks? Did
Nowhere
you guys go
else.
anywhere else? That was it.
We went to Kid Rocks, or we went to Tootsie's, hung out in there. After we were done hanging out in there, we went to Kid Rock's bar. And then finally, after I'd been sitting there for so long, I was like, not getting a response. I was like, I'm leaving and I'm done. I'm going to the hotel.
Dogman is streaming exclusively on Peacock.
Why?
Because Peacock is the home of Dogman.
Why?
Because that's the only place you can stream it.
Why?
Because it's the only place with all of this.
It would not let me
So
click off
then
the damn
I'm
commercial.
like,
So that's
So I'm-
just all it
so-
is. It's just I'm leaving. I'm going back to the hotel. I'm done. That's what you sent her. That was it. Like not
That's-
like that's all this video has. Is all I'm asking.
yeah, on this one right here. So I was like, I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, I have her location. Like, I'm just about to look at the location. I wasn't even thinking, right? I was like, oh yeah, I have her location. I look at the location and she's like damn near like between a block and 2 blocks away from Kid Rock's bar, right? Like right on Broadway, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I walk out, I come walking up, and it's like right where the area is, like where they were cooking like hot dogs and shit. There's like a brick wall and a parking lot right there. Well, I see her, she's like sitting down on her ass, and she's like up against this wall. Well, I'm like walking up, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like all fucked up and like barely fucking like with it type shit. I'm like, oh, these pills and drinking done got to her ass. Well, I'm like trying to get her up, right? Well, people were looking at me like I'm fucking some weird ass dude. Like they don't realize this is my girlfriend, right? So I get an Uber. The Uber gets there. We get in the Uber. I have to like help her to the Uber. We go to the hotel. I'm like trying to help. By this time, like by the time we get there and we actually get to the hotel, she's like out of it, right? So I'm like having to like carry her into the hotel, right? Well, I'm like carrying her in while I fucking trip in the lobby, right? I like fall right in the fucking lobby. Well, I like go try to pick her up, and it's like she's like damn near like dead weight. I'm like trying to get her up, and like people's looking at us and shit, and like this lady comes up to me and she's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah. I was like, my girlfriend's just really fucked up. I'm just trying to get her up here to the hotel room. I was like, we're done for the night. She's like, okay. Well, I'm like trying to do it. Well, people start coming up and like kind of being weird and shit, and they're like, I think an ambulance needs to be called. I'm like, well, if you think an ambulance needs to be called, let's call one. I was like, I think she's just really fucked up, needs to sleep this off. So I'm not thinking in my head at this time that supposedly that there's been drugged. I'm just thinking, well, I know she's been doing drugs and now she's drinking on top of this shit. She just couldn't handle this shit. She just needs to sleep it off. I've done it many fucking times.
It sounds like she's taking an upper and a downer too, depending on what type of other stuff she was dabbling. But
she's doing cocaine, fucking Xanax, fucking Klonopin.
That's
she's
wild,
wide
bro.
open.
And drinking on top of that. So we're
on top of it.
Joe, what's happening, bro?
We're in a depressing. We're drinking. That is crazy. Okay, all right, keep going.
Yeah. So ambulance gets there. They're asking me like who I am. I'm like, hey, this is my girlfriend. They're like, because they were like asking a bunch of questions. Like they were kind of like being weird with me at first. And I was like, had to pull my phone out and be like, no, like this is my girlfriend. Like, I go to my
that's
Facebook
the last
and, like,
thing she should be worried about is being a rapper.
I even have her ID. And they were like, you do? I'm like, yeah. So I pulled it out of my wallet because she told me to carry it in my wallet. So she could carry this little like billfold thing around, which I was like, no problem. So we could get in and out of the bars. I was like, I've done that many a times for people. So I fucking he's like, can I take that ID? I'm like, yeah. So I give the medic the ID. I'm like going to go get on the ambulance. He's like, kind of like puts his hand up. He's like, you can't ride with us. I was like, what do you mean I can't ride with you? And he was like, you can't ride with us. You're going to have to like take an Uber or drive. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like getting kind of shitty at this point. Now I'm like kind of mad because like I'm seeing and I'm like, I want on this fucking ambulance. I want to ride
he's
with
in
her.
protection mode.
And they were like, just not having it like at all.
So is that when the picture was taken? Everyone's like, why is he taking pictures of this chick in the back of it?
Yes.
Well, because one, they wouldn't let him in the ambulance, or he probably would have took it in the ambulance. Okay.
I'd have been in the damn thing, but they would not let me in there. Right.
Which is easy to verify.
I say,
it's not hard to figure out.
The car's right there. I shouldn't
was
even have
on
been
the ambulance
driving,
that
but
day.
I didn't want to wait for an Uber. I wanted to fucking get to this hospital.
You
right.
Ubered there. Yeah, you got there. However you
got there. I got there. Right. So I fucking get to the goddamn hospital. They tell me what room she's in. I walk back there. I'm sitting there. This guy comes in. She was like already like laid up. She's like incoherent, no nothing, right? I'm like, what's going on, man? This one guy's like, well, she might have been drugged. Instantly, I'm thinking, oh, you've been gone this whole time. Like, you done probably entertained some fucking dude or some shit in here, and this is what's done happened. Because I'm thinking like,
hold on. Well, hold on before you keep going. Do you know? See, this is a part that nobody's going to know, I don't think. But did she notify these paramedics or these doctors of what she was doing prior to just
no, she couldn't.
Where she's at? Okay.
She couldn't. She couldn't fucking like she was incoherent, dude. Like there was nothing, right?
Benzos will do that.
So and I wasn't trying to tell these people like, well, she's on fucking blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to say all that shit to these people. I just was like, what the fuck? And when they said that shit about the drug shit, I was like, oh hell no, because I was just like, I just couldn't. I was like thinking in my head, like, well, this is why she was gone. Like, this is why she was been left me in this fucking bar, and now she done went, some shit done happened to her, and I was just like, I can't believe this shit. I was fucking mind blown about the whole situation. So I was like, all right, I'm going back to the hotel room because at this point I was so pissed off I couldn't believe that this shit was going on. So I send this next message that you're gonna send is as I'm leaving the hospital.
This partnership with WM has been a godsend. They do such an amazing job that it just makes me feel like I can relax, and it allows us to just focus on getting kids better.
For a business offer, click here or visit wm.com/baseball.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays because some love a rustic cabin. Others feel differently. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Okay. Bro, this is kind of crazy because, like,
bro, the whole thing's crazy.
Shout out to the paramedics that got to deal with this type of shit. I'm kind of glad they kept your ID. Being real with you, I'm glad they kept your ID, and I'm gonna tell you why. They didn't let you in. They kept your ID because say that there was some suspicious shit that went on with this female. At least they already had the person that she was last with. So that is a commendable thing.
Yeah, see, I don't understand why the police wasn't called.
I want to make sure people.
Because nothing happened. That's why.
Bro, let's be honest. If you had any ill intent, they got all your information. You know
yeah, bro. I mean, I had to tell my information to get back in the emergency room and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have nothing to hide. I'm getting there and thinking, I'm just thinking it's the pills and shit. Like, and I'm just thinking she's fucked up, you know, and she just needs to sleep this shit off. But then I get in there and some guy says something about it, thought it could have been drugged and blah, blah. I'm not thinking like, oh, well, it is all the other drugs. I'm just thinking that you've been gone for all this time. That's what this is what she was doing the whole entire time. That's what I'm thinking. And also you got to think too, I'm not sober. And you got to think at the time, I'm not sober either. So it's not like my mind's processing clearly either.
Right. Now, how long are you guys spending at the hospital? I mean, you there for hours? You there for?
I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you that as well.
Okay. Because I mean, to be honest, bro, like most of the time, and look, I'll be real. I didn't expect her reaction coming out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were this savage dude that was trying to have this ill intent, what's funny about it? Like I've seen her laughing about this situation. And
just wait. We'll get to that too. So this next thing is coming to you.
Okay. Save, share. All right. So this is a text message from you, Chris.
Yeah, Sherry, that's what I say.
Like you're texting her. This is your.
This is
your
at 3:04 a.m.
Yeah, I see that. Now, you guys were at the last one when you said you were leaving because you couldn't find her at Kid Rocks. Was at what, 128, if I remember correctly? Yeah,
Something like
128.
that.
Yeah, 12:14. You're in Kid Rock's bar. Then boom, 128. Let me make sure for it. Yeah, 128. You're in. You're telling her, "Hey, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm leaving this place."
Yeah.
Now this is.
This is me. I'm leaving the hospital at this point.
Okay. All right, add overlay. And we're talking, and now this is in Nashville, the hospital right there in Nashville. So it's like you're in the city. You guys aren't having to drive across the town to go get where you're going. It was pretty quick to
It
get
was
there.
like called Tri Medical Center or something. I
Tri-Med
can't.
of Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Boom. 304. I can't
3:04
believe you
a.m.
did this. I can't do this. You have a serious alcohol problem, and I'm not the only one. I'm not only that you disappeared with guys and left me by myself in that bar. I wish you the best. I'm at the hotel. The room number is 224. I couldn't believe you did that to me. Alcohol is obviously not your best friend. And I've been trying to be passive aggressive to you for days, trying to ask you not to do it, but obviously you have a problem with it. But I just can't do it no more. I wish you the best. So you're telling this chick, look, I've been trying to just shut my mouth and just hope you just stop drinking, and you
Yeah.
can't. So I'm done. I'm out.
So I gave her the room number because I was going to leave the keys. I cash apped her money. That the rental was in her name, right? And I
Okay.
cash apped her the money to pay for the rental. So I gave her the room
Can
number
I
because
ask
I
you
was going to.
why didn't you just get it? Was
They
there
won't fucking
was
let
it
me have them, bro, because I fucking fucked through an enterprise.
okay?
so
Hey,
so I
it is what it is. Yeah.
yeah, so I had to cash out her the money, which I fucking can send you that too if you'd like that. I can show you that. But it was like
No, no,
six
no.
hundred
I
and
Come
just
fifty
around.
I
dollars.
know people were wondering why
Mm.
didn't Hosier rent it himself? Why did
Yeah,
because
I
somebody's
can't
like,
do
oh,
that.
you can't use the card. People were thinking you just
That's
got debit cards
I seen
nowadays.
all
No.
that shit, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
you
was like, I'm
just
not
sent
even
her the
gonna.
cash. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sent her the fucking cash. It was like
Yeah.
$652 or some shit like that with the deposit. That's what it ended up being. So
Right.
after that happens, I tell her the room number and everything so she can get her stuff. My buddies are there in town. I was just going to leave her shit there. She can take the rental car and go back to Indiana. So I go to sleep. I wake up.
Hey, Carolyn.
I hear my phone ringing. My phone's just blowing the fuck up, right?
Right.
It wakes me up. Her friend's
Mm.
calling me. She's trying to call me. So I get,
I could believe that too, Miss
let me
Phantom.
see, hold on.
What's good, people in the chat? I see Rock Chalk True Crime. Lots of people in here. Shout out to y'all. This story needed to be heard. I know that there's people
Yeah,
willing
I
to
had to,
allow her to have a
Carolyn.
platform
I
to
mean,
talk about it,
Danielle, I
and
had
I
to.
didn't see it right. It's not right, bro. There's two sides of every story, right? And then the truth. So at some point, you have to look at it through your own eyes and your own opinions, and that's all we're doing right now. We're not. Hosier is telling his side of what happened through his eyes. She's going to tell her side, and it's everybody else's. You have to look at what's
What I'm
true, and
telling is the
you know what I mean.
truth is what's
Yeah.
happening here.
No, I understand that, but I also want. We weren't there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I'm
I
listening to
totally,
the
I
story, and I'm
understand.
seeing a classic alcoholic. I'm seeing somebody that's defending their drink, looking for an area to get high, trying to use, and also I see uh your Hosier, bro. Let's be honest. You have a following. You have a some people know who you are. So it's not
Yeah,
like
that's what
she
I
could just
say.
be
That man
doing
ain't got to
whatever,
go
acting a
take
fool. So
nothing.
obviously she got away from you for whatever reason, and I think we're gonna get into why
I
we
agree with
found
that,
later on
Sherry.
because that's important.
He needs him a thick
There was
woman
some
So
definite.
that's cute but not
this
super
next thing that
fine,
you're gonna see and
but
pull
somebody
up
take care of him, cook for him,
is at
and treat him like
9:03
a king,
a.m.
and you ain't
This
got to
is
do all that.
when, so at 3 o'clock in the morning, they've kept her. She's already trying to call me, so she's done woke up about 4 hours later and is ready to leave the hospital at this point.
Okay. Oh, so
What up,
she's
Jacob?
still you're at 304. You're back at the hotel, and she's been there for a minute now at this point. Like
No, at 3:04, I was leaving the hospital.
Yeah, I'm saying 1:28, whatever, around 2:00, she probably got picked up by the paramedics. You were there for about an hour and hauled ass back to the hotel.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. So now it was 3:04. You're back at the hotel. Now it's what, 9? What did it say? 9:03.
What's up, Tex?
9:03. This is when I get woke up, and I'm trying to call back, and she's not answering my phone calls as I'm trying to call back.
Because she's probably on the phone
And
with
now she's
anybody
calling
and
you from the
everybody.
hospital. I take it, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of her, and then her phone dies. And I'm like, fuck. So I can't find the location because she had left the hospital, right? She left it. She's gone. And then her phone dies. Well, then her friend's like trying to get a hold of me, and I'm talking to her. She ends up going to this place and like puts her phone on the charger at some place. I don't know what this place was. And she hits me up. She ends up calling me. And I was trying to get a hold of her, She finally gets that phone on the charger, tells me to come, gives me the location. I go pick her up. Right.
Today we're
He
covering
should have
how to
sent
take
her ass
control of your
home
credit.
right then.
Let's start by downloading the Experian app.
How do I decide between?
All right. So
now
that's just my personal opinion. He should have
she
sent her
still
ass
near the
home.
hospital at least?
Put
Or
her
is
on
she
a plane.
out
I think
doing her own thing?
no, she was I'm not really sure where not too far from the hospital.
Yeah,
I don't
for
think
sure,
it was,
Steve.
but it was like some random ass. It was some random ass building. So when I pull up, she comes walking out, and I can see she still has the EKG monitor pads all over her, right? Because the shirt she had, you could like see her belly, and like I could like see like one up here, and like I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey,
so like she
Susie.
gets in the car, and she's like, not erratic yet, right? And I'm telling her like, hey, like just so you know, like we're going back to the hotel. I was like, I'm leaving. I'm having my friends come pick me up. I can't do this no more, right? So we get back to the hotel. She's like begging me, like, please don't fucking leave, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, God damn it, man. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I leave? Like, do I just say, fuck it? Like,
soft party.
So I finally am like, fuck it. All right, fuck it. We can go. Let's just go to the show. I was like, I need to get to Mississippi. Let's just go do this and call it a day. So we get in the car, right? She wants to drive. I'm like, I don't think you should be driving. At this point, she's already got the keys, so there's nothing I can do, right? So I'm like, all right. So I get in the passenger seat. She's like, where's my ID at? I was like, I gave it to the medics. She's like, well, I need my fucking ID, right? And this is where she starts getting erratic. And I'm like, well, I gave it to the paramedics. Like, I don't know what to do. She's like, we're going back to the hospital. I'm like, all right. Well, she's like fucking driving real frantic and shit, right? And like, I'm kind of getting a little nervous and shit. And like, we pull into the fucking emergency area. She fucking like pulls right up to the front door like she was an ambulance driver, right? And gets out and fucking roars into the hospital. I can see through the glass doors of her like frantically like walking, pacing back and forth in there and shit. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna set my ass right here in the passenger seat of this car. So I just sat there. She comes out. She's like, they can't find my ID and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I gave it to the paramedic. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. She's like, fucking, like, walks back in. She's in there, walks back out, walks back in, does this several times. And like, then she's like getting mad at me. And like, I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I gave the ID to that fucking ambulance dude. Like, what do you want me to do? Well, she's like, 1 minute, she's like, fuck it, have your friends come get you. Then it's no, don't do it. Then it's back and forth for a minute. And I'm just like trying to process everything though, because it's just like, this is fucking absurd, right? Like, right. So I say, like, we say, fuck it. She's like, we can just leave. And she fucking takes off, right? She gets on the highway and is like driving frantically. And I'm like, you need to please pull this fucking car over. Like, please pull the fucking car over. She's like, I'm not fucking pulling over. And like, I'm like white knuckled in this fucking car, right? Like
this is like noon on a Friday. This is like 10, 11.
It's not even it's not that late yet. This is like maybe 10:30, some shit, like some shit.
In Nashville.
I
know you're probably like, oh my God.
Bro.
I get it. Yeah.
Bro. So I mean, for the next 2 hours, dude, I'm asking and pleading for like, please just let me drive. Like, you can try to sleep this shit off, like just fucking blah, blah, blah. Well, finally, I convince her like to finally pull this fucking car over and let me drive, right? I'm texting my buddies and telling them, like, I'm not telling them what's going on because it's embarrassing and I didn't want them to know what was going on, but I had let them know that I'd already left because they was at a different hotel, like 20 minutes up the road, right? He was like, he's like, we're about fucking 45 minutes behind you now, blah, blah. He's like, but we'll meet you there. I'm like, yeah, I'll meet you there. So I'm driving. She goes to sleep. I'm just like, thank God. Like, maybe when she wakes up,
Relief.
like, she'll be a different person. She wakes up. She's like, nowhere near like she was. Like, still upset, but like nowhere near like she was. I'm like explaining to her about what happened last night. And like, I'm trying to ask questions and like, I'm insinuating, like, I'm still thinking like, cause I don't know what's happened yet. You know what I mean? I'm still thinking that fucking whatever that guy told me in the hospital, like, did that happen? And like, cause if it did, then obviously you were entertaining some other guy, like something obviously would have happened.
You're like, are you overdoing it? You're just drinking and doing too much substance, or are you getting going around other men? Like, yeah, I could see where you're kind of like,
sound like some bullshit.
Passive aggressive about her drinking problem already. I get it.
Yeah. So like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it all. And I still am till this point. Like, I still just like, I'm flabbergasted about the whole fucking thing. Well, fucking, we keep us driving. We get there.
Ain't that
we get
right,
to the hotel. Fucking,
shit,
I'm like, let's go check this place out.
That's why I stayed to my fucking self.
I was like, but listen, I was like, I'm going to need you to stop drinking. Like, because we're going to be at this fucking motorcycle compound and you cannot be acting like how you've been acting. Like, this shit ain't going to fly. Like, and I can tell she's like not liking it. And like, when I finally was like, hey, I don't want you drinking anymore. She's like, well, I'm not going to stop drinking. And I'm like, well, at least do this for me. I was like, don't drink any hard liquor until like later on in the night. If you're going to drink any hard liquor, like till we're about to leave. Because this first night that we were actually there, I'm not playing till the next night, right? Till Saturday night.
Okay. Right.
So we fucking go there. She's trying to get like motorcycle. This one, I meet these people. I'm not going to say who they are, their names or anything like that. Where I meet with this guy, his old lady's there. She's like, lets her know that she's got some fucking shit. And you know what I'm saying? Lets her know that she's got it. And I was like, fuck, why did you tell her that? Like, the old dude's old lady told.
Alone.
No. The motorcycle's old lady told Brooke this, right? And I was like, fuck. Like, wish you wouldn't told her this. So like, she keeps trying to pull her off to this porta potty. And I keep telling her, I'm like, hey, like, in this world, like, they make sure their old ladies stay by them, like, so they can protect them. And you keep trying to pull this lady off, and it's pissing this guy off. I can tell. So like, please stop doing it. She kept doing it. Finally, I got kind of stern about it and was like, look, you need to stop doing it. So she stopped doing it, right? And she seen that guy get pissed too, because he was starting to get upset. And this is a fucking like 6'5" big ass gorilla of a man. So I was gonna be trouble. Plus, I'm there on their grounds, and like, it's just not going to go good if shit goes left field for any of us. For us.
Sounds like this bitch was trouble from the start.
So we end up leaving. We go back to the fucking hotel the next day, a day of the show. I'm like, look, same thing today. Like, don't drink no hard liquor until it's time for me to get on stage. And then after it's about time for me to perform, feel free to start having fun, because I'm only going to be up here for about 30 or 45 minutes. And then we're leaving from here and going to the casino. So we stay there throughout the day. She's just drinking water, fucking not doing it. She's being cool. Everything's all right. I'm like, cool. Fuck yes. Thank God. I start performing, get done. Some shit goes down right before I perform, right? And like the whole crowd is a club, right? Some shit went on. I'm not quite sure what happened, but most of them had to leave because of some shit that was going on. I'm like, well, fuck, man. Half this fucking crowd's gone. Like, over half the crowd. I was like, fuck, this is going to be kind of hard to do now. Like, I'm not going to be able to vibe with this very well. But I went ahead and done it anyways and got done. Went over to the merch table, did what I needed to do, did the meet and greet, did everything. We get in the car, and before I'm leaving, I'm like, hey, I was like, can I holler at you guys real fast before I leave so I can, settle up with everything? We settle up, we leave. She starts drinking hard liquor on the way to the casino, or we go on the way to the hotel. So I was like, let's go back to the hotel so I can take a shower real fast. I was sweating my ass off. So we take showers. We get back there. She starts cramming down Jack Daniels, cramming this shit down like it's going like it's water. I'm like, God damn, I got to drive like 20 minutes to Biloxi. So I'm like, I'm going to wait till we get to Biloxi to even have any kind of fun. So we get to Biloxi. I get there. There's a certain group of people there that I've had issues with before. And I get there. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, fuck. Make sure
Sounds
I'm
like
on my
she's just
P's and Q's in
batshit
this
fucking
bitch.
crazy.
And I was winning.
these
So I
days.
had a bunch
That's
of
really
kids.
what it sounds like to me.
She's been drinking at the show.
And it
She's
sounds
been
like
doing the booger
it
sugar
sounds
at
like
the
Justin and
show.
them trying
Now
to
she's
profit
back
off
at
of
the
it.
hotel.
YouTube Premium
As
is
the fucking
ad-free
commercial
YouTube,
comes on.
and YouTube Music Premium, a whole lot.
Wow, and now we're going to the casino. Okay.
Now we're going to the casino.
Me too, Grizzly.
So
I
we're
bet you had been
like
on
I
a
said, I
fucking
see a
plane
group of
flight
folks
back
that I'd
home.
already had
I'd have
problems
been
with in the
done with that.
past. I was like, look, I'm thinking to myself, like, look, we got to fucking make sure I'm watching. So I'm going to not get too out of hand here. And I'm going to make sure that I'm watching what's going on around me. So I want to keep my head on a swivel.
Right.
So I start winning all this money at the craps table. And I'm like, shit. And like, they're like right there. I'm like, I think it's time to leave. Like, I just started getting a gut feeling like it was time to get the fuck up out of there.
Right.
So I could tell she wasn't wanting to leave. And I'm like, trying to explain to her, I'm like, listen, I've almost got killed by these guys before. It's time for me to leave. We need to go before something happens. They've seen some shit. I just want to get the fuck up out of here. So we're leaving. She's just we get in the car and she's just talking all types of shit to me, right? I was like, I just want you to know, I was like, we're done. And like, I'm going to catch a flight home tomorrow as soon as we get fucking home. Like, as soon as we get there, I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to wake up and like, I'm catching a flight home tomorrow. Blah, 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 just talking all this crazy shit. I get there, as we're pulling into the hotel, all these members are outside that I just played for at this hotel, right?
It's nighttime.
We get out. Yes. She goes to get out of the car and just busts her ass. Boom. Tries to get up. Boom. Does it like 2-3 times. I'm like, oh my God, man. She's being loud. She got all these people's attention. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so fucking embarrassing. Like, it was fucking hectic as shit, right? So
what's up, Sean?
I'm trying to get her to go inside. She's just not having it. She's like just being very reckless. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going in the hotel. So I go in the hotel. I'm up there for a second. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't leave her down here. Like, fucking something might happen to her out there. There's a bunch of fucking sketchy folks
now, is
outside.
That when she's sitting on the ground up against that
yes,
pillar
this is when
a bunch of her shit?
Yeah. Yes. So
like
so I'm sitting there. Yes. So this is when I'm like, fuck it. Let me go back out here and like get her ass up here so she can at least go to bed and I can get the fuck out of here tomorrow. So I fucking go up there. I go back down there. I'm like pleading with her to try to get her to come in. She's like not really trying to have it. And then finally I'm like, she's getting up. She's dropping all her shit. I'm like trying to help her. She's not wanting help, but she's like dropping everything. I'm like, I'm going to help you anyways. Like, let's just fucking come on. So this is like, let's just go. Like, I want to get
is that when she's dropping shit? Is that when she is like trying to help her and she's refusing? And I'm not dropping shit as she's dropping shit. Okay.
As she's dropping it.
Now this is 3 days into the trip. This is this is after the casino. This is after your show. So she spent all this time with you. And people are saying in the chat, well, why did Hosier stay there? Well, so if he leaves her there, then everybody's saying, why you leave this chick stranded? But if he stays with her, then
I was going to be damned if I did, damned if I didn't.
Facts. And like I told you, bro, like I said in the very beginning of this shit, when bro, you don't leave.
See, so they're in her car.
From what I'm hearing, you didn't leave her stranded at this point.
No, hell no, man.
That explains another reason why he kind of stood around.
I was single
because he's riding with her.
I'm gone, bro. So respect to you for that.
Bro, I just couldn't. I'm not going to put myself in the situation. And it was going to be, I could see that it was going to get bad, right? But anyway, so I get down in there. And I get her to come upstairs. Man. She's fucking dropping shit. I have to like go back to the fucking elevator because she dropped stuff in the elevator.
Yeah, a flight, right?
Meanwhile, I forgot when we're at the show getting to take this picture. My photographer is taking pictures of us. She's like, "Hey, will you take a picture with my phone?" She's like, "If it locks, the passcode is 910." I'm like, I'm gonna remember that because I was like, something's off, right? Yeah. So we get up to the hotel room. She passes out. I'm like, it's time to go through this phone. So I start going to this phone. I mean, as soon as I open it, it's Boom. This motherfucker's dude's like trying to call as I'm looking at it, right? And just keeps calling. I go to the Snapchat of this guy that keeps calling, and this whole time she's been sending him hell. She sent him naked videos as she's in the hospital with those fucking EKG monitors, like trying to be all sexy and shit. Like I'm like, who would think to do that as they're sitting in a fucking hospital with all these monitor pads all over and like trying to send videos on Snapchat all naked and shit, like full naked, just in a bathroom, fucking sending
the hospital.
In the hospital, right?
That's crazy.
So I'm seeing that. I'm seeing I took her to go get some cowgirl boots, but something told me when we got there, I was like, I ain't buying this fucker no boots. Like I kept saying, like, none of these boots look good, none of these boots, because I already knew that this shit was not gonna, I wasn't spending another $1 on her. Like I just wasn't doing it. Well, meanwhile, as I'm looking through these messages, she's like saying,
right,
I don't have no boots. I've never owned no boots. This is hillbilly shit. And the dude's like saying, you're going to look so good in those. And she's like, yeah, we're about to ride on the Harley. And he's like, oh, I got something you could ride. And she's like, oh, I'd love to ride it, which I posted all that shit. You've seen it all in the story and shit, right?
Yeah, you ain't
and I'm like,
bro. That's really what, and she was going back and forth. And bro, is that Snapchat is where I take that was on?
Yeah.
So she's got her conversation saved for at least 24 hours. They don't disappear right away. So she was talking to this dude a lot. And
she was sending pictures behind the stage, fucking videos of when shit don't disappear, because it showed pictures of when I went and took her to get her nails and toes done. She was sending pictures as I'm driving in the car. Got her feet up on the dash, like showing her nails and toes and like sending videos to this motherfucker. And I'm just like, oh, hell no. When I wake up in the morning, my ass is out of this motherfucker, which my mind was already made up anyways. But this sealed the deal for me, right? So
wow.
I wake up to her asking me for my vape, right? This is like, fuck.
We ain't even got to watch no more of that shit. Yeah. We ain't even got to watch no more of that shit. That pretty much says it all right there. Motherfucker, oh, that's just nasty. It sounds like she one of them easy ones for sure. Well, y'all, I'm fixing to jump off here. I've been on here for an hour and a half. My youngest grandson done come over, so I'm fixing to go in here and figure out what me and him can get into. Probably go ride the four-wheelers or something. I don't know. I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out, but yeah. Good luck, Kosher. I think you ought to fuck sue the shit out of these motherfuckers. That's what I think. Rusty goes live, and I thank you for that straight shooter. I didn't know that. This is crazy, though, man. But it just goes to show what a little bit of money and all that shit. That bitch is batshit crazy. Let's see her become a rapper. They already over there turn that girl out. Hey, listen, if you see all three of them clowns together and they're all smiling and joking around and kidding around, you know that they all done run through her. Yeah, Amtrak style. We'll holler, people. Night, y'all.